In Beyond the Gates, the relationship between Anita and Dante is one of the most complex, layered, and emotionally charged connections in the entire series. On the surface, it appears to be a straightforward dynamic, a passionate, sometimes volatile relationship between two strong-willed individuals who can't seem to stay away from each other. But beneath that fiery chemistry lies a tangled web of shared guilt, emotional manipulation, unspoken trauma, and dangerous secrets that make their bond far more complicated than most people in Salem Heights realize. Anita and Dante's history goes back years before the current events of the series. When they first met, Anita was working as a behavioral therapist assigned to a rehabilitation program for troubled veterans, and Dante was one of the participants, a man haunted by violence, loss, and an inability to reintegrate into civilian life. From their very first session, their connection was immediate but not necessarily healthy. Anita saw in Dante a project, someone she could fix, someone whose pain she could heal, while Dante saw in her a savior, a rare person who didn't flinch when he showed his scars. This mutual dependency became the foundation of their relationship, but it also planted the seeds of dysfunction. Their early relationship was a mixture of therapy and temptation. Dante leaned on Anita emotionally, calling her late at night, sharing confessions he hadn't told anyone else. For a while, Anita kept her boundaries, but she was already emotionally invested. The moment she crossed the professional line, meeting him outside of work just to talk, their dynamic shifted permanently. Soon, their connection turned romantic, passionate, and all-consuming. But because it began in secrecy and guilt, it was built on unstable ground. Anita tried to convince herself that love could justify breaking the rules, but deep down, she knew she had crossed a line that could cost her career. As their bond deepened, Dante's darker side began to emerge. The trauma he carried from his past, particularly his involvement in the mysterious Falcon Ridge incident, started manifesting as paranoia and bursts of anger. Anita initially believed she could calm him, that her love would be enough to pull him back from the edge. But as the show reveals in later episodes, Dante began keeping things from her. Secret meetings, unexplained absences, and connections to people Anita didn't trust. When she confronted him, he turned the accusation around, telling her she didn't understand what it meant to live with guilt. Their fights became cyclical, explosive confrontations followed by passionate reconciliations, both of them addicted to the intensity. Behind closed doors, though, their relationship became more than just emotional chaos. It was entwined with secrets that neither could fully face. Viewers learned through flashbacks that Anita helped Dante cover up something devastating years ago, possibly related to a disappearance at Falcon Ridge. At the time, she believed she was protecting a man in pain, but as the years passed, the moral weight of that decision began to haunt her. Dante, on the other hand, has always known that Anita's silence gave him power. He uses that unspoken history to keep her close, to remind her that no matter how far she runs, she's tied to him by guilt. Yet what makes their relationship so compelling is that despite all the manipulation, there's still genuine love between them. They understand each other's brokenness in a way no one else can. Anita knows Dante's darkness and still sees the frightened, damaged man beneath it. Dante in turn sees through her calm, professional exterior and knows how much she sacrifices to appear in control. When they're together, it's as if the rest of the world fades away, but that escape always comes at a price. In recent episodes, their relationship has reached a dangerous turning point. Anita has started to pull away, realizing that her